Hello, everybody. Welcome to the review of round 9. Some big high scoring games this week. Had a game decided by 1 point, and we had a couple teams scoring great points but still got smashed. So we'll get into it, and we'll start off with the high scoring game of the round. Alright, so let's start it off. It's Punters Paddock who get the win and move to second spot on the ladder, defeating Maltese Falcons who lose and jump out of or drop out of the five, should I say. Both high scoring game here, 457, up 91.3 on their projections. Defeated Maltese Falcons 419, and they were still up 31 points on their projections. As we can tell, there's a few pretty good scores. A few players were down, and Mackay was down. But we went over that on Thursday night. Chad Warner, about his average, where Ben King was a little bit down, but Dacos, who cut to save injuries, Collingwood just played keepings off in the last quarter, and Dacos ended up getting about 13 kicks and kicked 2 goals. Ended up getting 43 as a half forward. Both utilities are fantastic. The little green arrow here highlights that Patrick Cripps was utilised as a loophole, and he ended up getting 107, up 33%, with Jordan Dawson got 103, up 14%, so both high scoring there. Both rucks got over 50. Miki was up by 53%, got 53 points, whereas Gawn up 16%, got 50. Tom Green back to his best, up 20%, got 63, and Treloar up 35%, got 76 as a mid. Fantastic score. Dacos, once again, he got moved to full forward when they were trying to save injury, but still finished on 58, which is a pretty good score for a follower. And Ed Richards had probably his best game of his life, up 73% on percentages, and ended up getting 56 as a follower. Maine Newman, we discussed it on Thursday night. And then Took Miller was down 11% as a tackler, and Atkins was up 46% and got 53 points as a tackler. As you can tell, a couple of players got 100. Jack Chris is in some pretty good form at the moment. Even Redmond got 9 as utility. He would have got a good halfback score as well. Good tackler in Briggs as a forward. Chris would have got good tackling. Chris as a forward. Chris would have been pretty good. Coley hasn't got too many on the bench because he's got a lot of injuries or a lot of players that didn't play. So let's have a quick look at the optimised lineups. And here we go. Oh, let me get rid of this. Sorry, guys. There we go. 463 to 473. So Coley almost got. Let's have a look. Just only got close to what he got there, but still would have got the win. Falcons great score 463. They're the second and third highest optimised scores of the round. They're actually in the actual proper league, the first and third highest scores of the round. Took Miller would have been the full forward, as well as King. Dawson would have moved to half forward, and Richards would have been the utility at 117, while Bonner would have been the half forward for Falcons. Ruckman will obviously stay the same, and midfielders pretty much stay where they are as well. And Chris would have moved into follower position. Dacos stays where he is. Redmond would have been the halfback, and Nick Dacos would have been the tackler. And so Josh Dacos would have gone follower, not halfback, not half forward. And Newman and Viney would have come in as a tackler at 58 points as a tackler for that one there. So that's the scores: 473, 463. And Punters Paddy get the win on optimised team and in the real team and move to second on the ladder. All right, so we'll move to the team that's actually top of the ladder and has taken a 2-game lead on top of that ladder. That is Sugar Daddies, who are now who were up 31.4 on their projections, got 439 points, defeating Gators Bitches, who were still up about 40 points on their projection, or up 24 points or 25 points on their projection, and got 396.5. However, not good enough. As you can tell, the full forwards, Hogan was up 17%. And Moore was down 26%, but as you can tell, with Moore and Holmes, the little injury mark there, they both were off the ground at stages, injured throughout the game, so missed some time through injury. Both of us used our loopholes on our half forwards, as you can tell by the green arrow. Kerno got 45. Petrarca was up, doubled his score, 100%, got 70 as a half forward, kicked 5 goals, had a fantastic result. Once again, I won't talk about Thursday night's games because we'll do this quickly. Bont got back to his best, 115.5 as a utility, where Sarong was a little bit down. The Rucks, Grundy and Cherry, 34 to Grundy. Cherry was down by 41%. We mentioned Holmes was got a bit injured. Zorko got what he averages, and Andrews was up 70% as a halfback and got 60%. Whereas Walsh, we talked about that. Wangley Malira got 52 as a follower, and Dale. I was looking at the stats closely because I was watching the game. At one stage, Dale and Rao. One stage, I thought I was in for a show here because at halftime in both their games, they had nothing. And then Dale got, I think, 20 possessions in the second half, and Rao got about 11 tackles or 6, 7, 8 tackles in the second half. They finished on 54 and 60. Other options there. Well, I would have had a better option. I swapped Dylan Moore for King, and King would have been better by 10 points. And also, I took Holmes out. I took Newcomb out and put Holmes, and Newcomb would have been better by 17 points. So I lost 27 points there, but would not have made a difference. Newcomb would have been a good tackler as well. We're over here. Ainsworth as a half forward. No one else really would have been in their best positions there to take over anything, but we'll find out from the optimised lineup. Or maybe Wilk is the halfback. No. So optimised lineup. It is 487.5. Sugar Daddy still get the win, but I would have got the 426.5, which is the exact team as I just said. I know Holmes would have been the tackler at 36. So that would have been the difference. Holmes would have come as tackler, Newcomb as a midfield, and King as a full forward. We've got 426.5. Still not good enough to beat his proper score. And Sugar Daddy's we've got 487.5. Norton would have been the full forward at 54. Walsh would have been at utility. And Sarong in the mid. Dale's a follow-up. I'm going to need Malira to be the halfback. And the tackler stays as it is with Rao. So high scoring there for Sugar Daddies. Continue on their merry way. Stay first on the ladder. 2 games clear, if you don't mind. Well done to Sugar Daddies. Is he on his way to his first Footywired premiership? We'll see. It's the match of the round. And the match of the round was actually between 9th and 10th, which is similar to last week, because last week's match of the round was between 9th and 10th as well. So they're putting on some great contests, those guys down the bottom. This one, though, a stat correction stopped the draw. It was Rangers Anonymous 385.5, lost to Bombers Forever 386.5. These two teams now are level on points down at the bottom. If we have a look at it, though, let's have a look at their lineups. Walker got his average, where Cameron was down by 41% and missed a few sitters and got concussed and whatever else. Stengel has been on fire lately. He was up 30. He got 37 points to half forward. And Cameron had his best game for the year, I feel like it was. He got 39 points, up 49%. English was a utility at 68.5, bit down. And Canelio was down as a utility as well. So they both got the same, 68.5 each, and both were down. Goldstein's been great in the ruck this year. He's taken over as the ruckman, and from what I hear, Draper might be getting his knee cleaned out or knee looked at, so he'll be in there a bit longer. He got up 44%, got 38. But Riley O'Brien got 58 as a ruck, up 39%. Look at the stats. I swear to God, Adelaide must have the most hit outs, because Riley O'Brien gets a lot of hit outs, but if you look at it every week, whoever are the ruckmen in Adelaide games are getting great scores. So have a look at that and take note of that. Butters was up 31%. He captained the side, and he definitely led on the field. He got 70 as a midfielder, fantastic score. McGluggage got 59 as a midfielder. Neil down. He's been down lately, so if he's been down and out of form, it means he must be on his way to another Brownlow. He got 39. And Horn Francis started off fantastic, but then got tagged, so he got out of it. Still got 56 and up 36%. Stewart's been, ever since he's come back from injury or concussion, he hasn't been himself, I feel. And he got 43 as a halfback. And Vlosten, about his average, up 6%, 58. The tacklers, 43 each. Wines was great, up 31%, where Rowbottom was about his average. On Horn Francis was the loophole in that game as well. So anything that we could write home about? Half forward Sparrow, 39. We talked about that on Thursday. Nothing too much there or too obvious. We'll find out the optimised lineups though. As for Kenner, it'd be nice if he does his team properly, because otherwise he wouldn't have put Cameron as full forward, you feel? Cameron would have got 41 as a half forward, so that would have been, and Cameron 33 as a half forward, would have given the win, would have got over 400 and got the win. So let's have a look at the optimised lineup. Sure enough, just as I said, full forward Stengel, 416. No, I wouldn't have got the win. 416 to Bombers Forever and 400 to Kenner to Rangers Anonymous. So Bombers Forever still would have got the win on that one. Not as close. Still a great game though. Probably still to be in the game of the round. Stengel 45, Cameron 33. The other Cameron would have been the full forward, half forward at 41. Sparrow, as you mentioned. Wines would have been the utility at 98, and Lockie nil. So low utility score. The Ruckman stay as they are. McGluggage, the midfielder, with Butters, they stay as they are. Canilio would have been the follower, and Horn Francis as he is. And the only change there, Fife would have come as his tackler, is the only other change in that one. So 416 to 400. Andrew gets the win. Tied on points with Kenner, but still bottom. And if he is bottom after next week's round, he will have the first pick in the mid-season draft. I did send him a trade. If he wants to take it, we'll see. I doubt it because he hasn't got back to me. But let's go on to the next game. Next game is Renegades defeating Top Guns. Renegades move into the 5 because they've got a superior points for record, as we've all heard about. They got 397, pretty much got their average. Whereas Top Guns were down 21 points on their projection. And they finished on 363. Well, not average projection, should I say, Langford was fantastic, got 49 as a full forward. Against GWS, you didn't think that was going to happen, so he did great there. And Papley was down, Heaney was down, Anderson was down, all of them down by about 30 odd percent, 20, 25, 30%. Heaney had a great game, but just didn't kick any goals. And Anderson just, surprisingly, because they dominated, but didn't do too much. Whereas over here, Josh Kelly was down 57%. Normally being not bad as a half forward, but not this week. Merritt only got 72 as utility. Pinay was down as Witts was up 11%, so that changed there. LDU had a great game. 72 was lots of high mid scores this week, so lots of high possession games. And I've noticed I'm keeping an eye now. There's lots of 20 plus kicks getting done again. Duggan 56 as a midfielder. Led, all right. Martin, 57. Blakey, he did come off the game a little bit injured as well, and he got 65 as a halfback. He was smashing it until he came off injured. I think he missed about 10 minutes all up at one stage. And Luke Ryan getting these cheap little touches, takes one step out of the square, kicks it 10 metres, and he's getting stat for that. But it all counts. And he got 68. And William Drew as a tackler and Dunkley as a tackler both got about the same. No loopholes were used in that one. Anything special to talk about? The tackler for Rankin got 30. I thought 43 is a half forward, 39 is a full forward for Rankin. 93 is utility, not bad. Even 51 is a mid. Look at that. He's playing more mid and playing a lot of centre bounces lately. So he's not too bad there. If he's not going to play him, someone should take him. And Toby Green's not getting the game. He got 34 as a half forward. Over here, Penberry was alright. 56 is a mid. Half back over here for Lloyd. But let's have a look at the optimised lineups. It's 435.5 to Top Gun's 414. So Renegade still would have got the win. Langford would have stayed where he is. Noah Anderson would have been the full forward. Lloyd would have been the half forward, and Toby Green the half forward. Ranking utility as well as Duggan. The Rucks stay as they are. LDU stays where he is, but Penberry will come in the mid. Heaney would have been the follower. Newman as a follower. They stay as they are, all them. And Laird would have been the tackler. Ryan stays where he is. So a bit of chop and change there. But 435 to 414. Renegades get the win. Moving to the top 5. And a fantastic result for them. So let's have a look at the optimized lineup and the results. So we can tell the results. We can tell the round 9 preview is here. If anyone that wants to play it, go ahead. It's fantastic. I have all these little, I've found some new toys. But the team of the round, 598. It's known as full forward, Petrarca half forward. Both for Seek and Destroyed. Marshall from Gods of Olympus, 141 as utility, and O'Brien as a ruckman from Rangers Anonymous. Punters Paddock get the mid in Trelaw. Rangers get LDU. Top Guns get Luke Ryan, and Gods Olympus get Crouch as the tackler with 67. I missed that one in that score. Did I go over that game? Oh, I didn't go over that game. Let's go to that game. I'm sorry, Mick. I'm sorry, Vossi. Vossi drops to third, 327. Lost to Gods of Olympus, who move up to eighth, 383. Oh, I got so excited about everyone else, every other's games. I missed this one. So let's have a quick look. Lloyd McDonald was down. Is that his name, Lloyd? Logan McDonald. And Danaher was also down. I'm a bit worried because Danaher plays Richmond next week and I play Vossi. Even Parrish as utility was down 40. So look at that. That's a fair way off too. Nank 45, up 55% as a ruck. We're over here. Bolton and Goulden. Bolton 27 wasn't too bad. Couple late goals. Goulden's half forward. But look at this. Rowan Marshall, 141 utility, up 70%. 23 contested possessions he had. He had heaps of ruck. He had 67 as a tackler. Unbelievable. 11 tackling he was. Even Big O against Adelaide, 42. Crouch, we already noticed he's the better tackler. He got 51 as a mid against Brayshaw, 45. Hewitt, we mentioned how he was a sub and Vossi missed that one. Don't look like it would have made that much difference in the game. And Whitfield was down. Clark was down and Young was also down. So all that 58% Young as a tackler. Clark 31%. We're over here. Flanders got 58 as a halfback. And Jack Steele as a tackler, 64. We've got 102 utility. Let's have a look at the optimised lineup. Logan McDonald and Bolton stay as the full forwards and half forwards. Danaher, they stay as they are. Steele would have come in the utility against Marshall, and Nag and Ruck stay as they are. Darcy Cameron would have been the mid at 50. Hayden Young would have gone to midfield, and Bailey Scott would have come in as a follower, and so was with Flanders. Zach Fisher, the halfback, and halfback Carl Amon, and Crouch and Oliver as the tacklers. Still would have made a difference. 465, massive optimised score for Mick. Would have defeated Seek and Destroy, and they get the win. So apologies for missing your game, guys. It was an absolutely fantastic game. I just saved the best to last. That's all it was. Saving the best to last. So anyway, let's go. Now that we've looked at all that in the Optimus lineup, let's have a look at the ladder. As mentioned, Sugar Daddies, 2 games clear. Punters moved to second. Second Destroy dropped to third. Gators with the loss are fourth. Second Destroy and Gators do play each other next week. So that might be an opportunity for Renegades and Maltese Falcons to get back into the 5. If when one of those teams lose. If they lose, it might be a draw. And Top Guns, Gods Olympus, both 16. And Rangers and Bombers, both on 12. Just a real quick one. If you want to have a look to see who someone's got, and because you want to possibly look at making a trade, you can go to someone's team, have a quick look at their team. So, for example, we go to Punter's Paddock, and you can see their team, see the averages, see what players get, and so you know where you want to try to make a trade with someone. So those options are there if you want to do that for everyone there. And don't forget, you got the draft page so you can see what players are available, add to a watch list. We went over that the other day. So although I wanted to do a quick one, I lost track of everything. But that's it for today. Everyone have a fantastic week. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. It all starts off next week. I believe Thursday night. Might be in the Gold Coast. I'm looking at my phone so I don't have to change my screen again on here. It is. It's actually in Darwin. It's at TIO Stadium. It's Gold Coast versus Geelong. Geelong won't be playing Hawkins and won't be playing Cameron. So it'll be interesting with that one. Anyway, thanks very much. See you all later.